Hey guys, so today's video, it's a little short video. It's going to show you getting the Impala media blasted. You'll see a couple of short clips on the fella doing the work and a couple still photos of the progress. But basically, I got it all done. He got it all done. I watched and did a little bit of video. Miserable hot day that day. I mean, it was beautiful out, but it was like 100 degrees, and this guy was in he did have an air-cooled suit, like a blasting suit, but he really struggled with the heat. It was intense. Towards the end, with the individual panels, we moved those onto a little table in the woods so that he could get out of the sun. I felt bad for the guy because it was really hot and miserable day for this kind of work. So I did a great job. Do a little walk around. You'll see at the end of the video, and I'll show you the work that was done. And there's also a bunch of repair work that I did that you'll see on the walk around. So hope you enjoy the clips, and we'll see you at the end. Okay, we're getting ready to do the media blasting. So my guy from Liberty Media Blaster is here. Okay, so it looks like we got half the roof done, half the interior right there. So far, the only rust showing up is the one that's, spots that I knew about. Did a little test right here to see if we can get that rhino liner off. That came off. And so now we're going to finish up the hood, or I'm sorry, the roof, and then we will get the I guess all the flat surface, the top surface is done, and then he's kind of moving around based on the temperature outside. Is really hot. Okay, we're getting there. So we got that all done. This is about 2.5 hours into it. Did find more rust than I was happy about, which is, I guess, to be expected in the floorboards. So the front, not terrible. You can see a little bit of light coming through the bottom or the back. I'll go around to the bottom and show you. Okay guys, here's the sheet metal parts that we did separate from the car. So you see a couple fenders, doors, some balance panels. There's a trunk lid. We got the cowl panel right there, the hood. And you'll notice that on the inside here, we did not do the blasting here. I'm going to clean that all up, sand it and get it prepped for paint. Same thing on the inside of the hood. He was really worried that the amount of blasting that it would take to get this, it looks like some kind of either undercoating or bed liner, that he was concerned about warping. So we just decided I'll just, kind of scrape that stuff off and get it all cleaned up. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of work. I did a little test spot right there. All right, so let's take a little walk around the car so you can see what we actually got done here. I have some other videos I'll put up about some of the work I did. So like right here, I had rust, so I did a patch panel right here. I TIG welded it in, had another patch panel right here. So I had a little rust there, so I replaced that. I had some issues right here. You see right there. I still got to come back and clean that up, do a little bit more grinding. Interior work's not too bad. I had a few holes here and there that I had to fix, and we got those done. Had to do some work here. These guys were all rusted. Again, I got some detail on the work that I did there. Firewall looks good. The driver's side was in much tougher shape. Had to replace the floorboard on this side. If you remember earlier, I pointed out a couple spots where I had some rust. What it really turned out to be, it was just a lot of Swiss cheese, just little holes everywhere. So rather than trying to patch all these separate holes up, I just decided to replace, it's a one-piece panel I got from Hubbard's. They're great to deal with. Panel, I think, was like $120, $125, something like that. But with what shipping is looking like these days, it was something like $400 to ship it from, I want to say North Carolina up to New York. So what we did is we wound up meeting up at Carlisle in Pennsylvania at the car show, and they brought the panel for me. So I picked it up there. That was great of them to offer that. So pretty happy with Hubbard. I got a lot of other little bits and pieces from those guys too. They did good by me. So here we've got, this was a much more damaged area than it looked originally. There was I remember there was some Bondo here. So I have a stud welder and I pulled these dents out. Replaced this bottom panel here. This was some previous damage that I did some metal work on. It came out pretty good. So, I mean, it's pretty straight. I'm happy with it. And trunk actually good. A couple little patches here and there. Nothing on the hood. All the window frames were solid. No rust work needed to be done there. So here, I'm just starting to do a bunch of DA work with 80 grit, and then I'm gonna do a white epoxy primer that I got from Southern Polyurethanes. So I'll get the whole thing sealed up in epoxy for the winter, and I'll go back and then just do all the body work to to take care of some of this stuff here. I still have a lot of hammer and dolly work to do there. Axis is really tough because of the wheel well. Underneath, let's see if let me just I'll flip this up and we'll take a quick look underneath. Okay, so here you can see the floor pan that I put in. I salvaged this off the old floor pan because that was in good shape, that little brace. So I got that all welded up. Haven't done any seam sealing or anything like that, just what you see there is some well-through primer. So, it all looks pretty good inside the wheel well. I had to rebuild a couple of these body mount boxes. And you can see here, patch had to be made there, patch right there. And again, I've got to go back and do a bunch of touch-up work on it, but you can see it's all really solid. I had to do some body work there, replace a little bit of rust. Really trying to go through and do a good job of, getting really to the, all good metal, because, I'm spending a lot of money on this thing, putting a whole frame on the underneath it, roadster shop frame, putting a connecting cruise LS3 in it. So, that stuff really starts adding up, and I don't want to, put a poorly done body on top of it. So that's what we got going on. I'll talk to you soon.